Mama never say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there osia dem yopo.
For aha a PENDREAM TV na subscribe to this particular channel and they die the kind of share content be ha subscribe to the channel na friends you know me notification bell and the beya de biano say in the content no tuma na also one notification no inbox no kama na political analyst your friend Ivan Kyei Innocent the youngest and the hottest just all the to be the Chief Justice ye pa to the extent or child catcher and say Supreme Court no da hono enyo no ni property Supreme Court no da homa Ghana for enti enyo no ni property enti mo ntra ho nteki decision bia on fa common sense and on apply what we call common sense ewo issue bia na say assembly a obedi o Supreme Court no ma on fa more on escape common sense na on beto ayampia bia keke aha na mepese obeka me hu na yenya yenko na together no yenya yenko tie sa education way eho hia yie pa kam hu ne yenko na like I said no PENDREAM TV ni it is a wo asem ubetie utie video we na wo asembika anase wo opinion bia opese udi tujwa of course yebe pese obeko comment section na wodi wanum se nyina eden atudwa se empo na ebia won pese obechiro nchiro no be wodi na won pese obechiro yebe sese wodi atwi phone no ya recording no tintin kika wadwin kika nsema opese oka nyina ne person ye 0248407344 na of course yebe publish amagana for nyina na say yesi nyina ahunso wo contribution with the aba on the issues that pertain the development of the country Ghana. Yenko ti Ivan sa education way there ehunya pa ye the supreme and I said the court no is not your personal property. Sana Ivan eka echre Chief Justice yenko ti niembra.
Apart to the extent that for the last 4-5 years in the year, the judiciary of Ghana no about the epic center for political activism or partisan activism or whatever, and individuals are busily doing whatever that they do. So we achieve justice now you appoint, especially at this crucial hour, Alaska. You must act with a touch of finesse, wisdom. Sabaya betimi maneuver way through this stormy situation. Sabaya betimi a survival. That is the only thing you do. Parliament, your friend is saying, judiciary and yasem, a federal marking the Mercado court based on the court discretion while you are granting that particular power. Speakers on TSC will go back to court. I call fire short. You see, speakers am not the bending in so be enemy a bogu ordinary no. Niama be say na yesi yepe asamba court no settle. But Alaska, Ghana near Otinchan has been very much concerned, not because of the ruling that be America. Okay. It is not based on the constitutionality of the matters in question. I don't know, we can only express our opinion. That's right. We are not the final arbiter.
The owners is lies.
Yes. Court na nkasa power no lie in the bosom the omope beye but the enam ho aye kan in the first place we talked about the swift nature our Supreme Court less than 12 hours Chief Justice etimi a constitutive panel so omunkoti asebwe
dabio ade no 12 p.m.
okay
and at 2 p.m.
good now ruling about thing
wetumi a constitutive ne panel
yes enti that raised a lot of alarm because my culture say a day before no now there were journalists on more radio so omo can say oh asem we are by omo problem. These are journalists omo nya lawyers so omo say problem omo want say I listen to it one guy on Joy FM or say the concern I want to say and I'm say similar critical issues so about her till date Chief Justice LGBTQ panel it will be very difficult for her to jump over this issue now say oh yes sir she will cause public anger. That's right. This is a journalist on C law school that ahunyansa hu ade way now when I was so here Chief Justice na say common sense way a new team you should be worried. Lo and behold the Supreme Court defy all odds a set a panel at the ruling babontin And ruling never bonteno, the average Ghanaian will cause to be worried. Because Alaska, this is a Supreme Court cultural or making argument, a very emotional one. Oh, Nipa no more constituency, no, they are Ghanaians. They cannot be denied representation in as a forum. And you know, we cannot allow them. Then yes, your fat time machine and you flip it back. A quay nimka can be answer. Ah, Nanya South Supreme Court to Yana Nanwada 92.3. A professor Bako, any 2 other individuals. At the court to say the people are more voter regional. They also need representation now. As Supreme Court can say, young regularizes to the stand said, 2024 and son of one representative. Now, some crofone, they say, that's right. This is according to the Supreme Court logic. Again, yet to Cromhan obey the question, a court. Court no call, no, Alaska. Yes, a challenge the nationality. That's right. And substantive issue no was not heard then. Yentie who say obedi for and obedi bem. But the same Chief Justice in Nkro for Tenaseka say yen janteno. Emanen kotena fie. Enti
for 2 years.
For 2 years. Enti nipa na ascend now for the omo de no mo yan kokko. They don't need the representative. So Alaska, we yes niema we ne beduru sa point way. Now what is such a ruling bar? People question you. And again, and some na koba nyina na no drama be see your court. Me sure say nipa Ibrahim pay attention to.
Right.
That drama has to do with one of the judges. When is a Abra speaker eko parliament or court no na ne lawyer tada sorry.
Exactly.
Yes. Nto mo kwatena se apanda no betena se ano pagya ne nsa da bi me wasem ka ansa na even yetie substantive issue no mo sa sembe na oka. O se judge tenten no wom no uhu na ochen adago uhu na babia behu no. Judge tenten no wom no oye MPP ni enti no ote ase enyeye. Looking at your friend is saying the sensitive nature and the partisan nature of the issue in question, no?
That's right.
And Mr. Judge, MPP, you know, then it will raise a lot of concern because Alaska, we are coming from a background that already, no, Supreme Court, you know, at the social media, man for a already, no, Alaska. Your friend says Supreme Court, you know, a man for a china boss, our social media, a man for a can rule in Abana Bonting, young Quatia. Yes, judge back or MPP ni. Now if people thought say just speculate because my town studio hacker. Not knowing say papa ya can say me in the year 2016 na day our whole central or confer form eco contest on the ticket of MPP say or parliament.
Ivan, for the sake of your listeners, near a transfer our court me say yema amafo what you just stated. Yentie dia Ivan na kan na yenko.
One visit to he's done. Don't know but you see that. Don't know but you see. Yes, he's done. Yes, he's done.
Concerns raised by the attendant. And I have nothing more useful to that.
Second. Now, Mr. Sorry, can we hear you on your objection? Now, Mr. Sorry, can we hear you
of the president arises from some of
so that my lord on the stream what?
Right to my lady the Chief Justice. To him being impaneled in this matter arises from of the president from some of
so that my lord on the stream what?
Right to my lady the Chief Justice in time. To him being impaneled, he was in this matter arises from New Patriotic Party. The fact that, and in fact, he was a parliamentary candidate in one of their constituencies in the Volta region.
I think you said enough.
And he was known to be associated with especially against.
No, I think you said enough.
From the
I think you said no. I think you said enough. And you
right, Ivan. When an Naoka,
the Chief Justice and say he didn't want sorry to expose the man further. And in Naoka say he has said enough. Because on himself, Sabna or Kano, I scandalous.
Okay.
A good judiciary anymasi. And people know that Nimna Manfo free say just speculation in room or keke. But raising it at the court, you know, it give you certain credence to that particular session. And you've seen flyers running around. And so what kind of man has a book now can seminar? I bet you why this gentleman was appointed to the Supreme Court. Because according to him, President Akuffo-Addo wanted a Supreme Court judge to resign so that Obako speaker. Okay. But initially, they impressed on him to remain papa na obiara just obi na biara no mfa ne say
papa Jasco.
Yes. Enti okoyoko lusu ye no, then somebody needed to be appeased. So this particular gentleman na oye lawyer there no had to be brought on board. What kind of book na why a circumstance leading to this particular judge? This is a guy Alaska or a known party person. I was standing on the ticket of the MPP whole central to stand on the political party ticket. You know, you need to be a member of the party. You pay your dues and a whole lot of stuff. A member of good standing. Now you ask yourself, say, we are talking about not just any place, the Supreme Court of the land. People with partisan ties. And a yatam no. And so I don't want to talk about parliament because I look at the number in 2023 how Onyaye he got 138.
That's right.
Meaning say the MPP majority voted for him because 137 plus the independent person got him the 138.
Exactly.
And approving a judge just simple majority. So that one I can't blame the minority because the resistance they offered then was quite clear. Obiate. But your course what in the coy. But Alaska say anya who be say say there be a catch as a common sense a very common man for can enya common sense buo no the commonality over find issue be able raise bia there is certain sense e wom ti edoson e wo issue be able raise and the man common
by the common
enya common sense we obi a team that is the mistake people do so you can common sense anya say obi a obi no it is not true common sense every issue you raise there is a commonality that particular sense in every issue. The wise person will be able to find it quicker. That makes it common sense. And Alaska, just imagine say nothing has happened. The nature of this particular issue. Oko Supreme Court bench and I say about 14 more than 14 judges sitting on the wheel.
That's right.
So the question is motivation by the Chief Justice. When you be an say obia you know very well say that person has partisan ties. About people will raise that particular question. Looking at the sensitive nature of this particular issue in question, and what our motivation ben about mau amwakwa appointment, you know, we catch us a common sense and you're common to everybody, you know.
So it means a man for now almost to me pinpointed to say nipa when dear or MPP.
Yes.
But I was saying with impunity.
Exactly. That's the level of disrespect for the people of this country. I'm a catch on a bench in so raise we now hear so no.
That's right.
Already ruling the way sorry, a raise and oko ready by and cast about we go. I say there's some now okay and some phobic crab no ontie. But my catch say era we you will be. If you think sitting at the court dispensing justice ends there, it means your mind belongs to the 12th century. Yes, Alaska, because that is half of dispensing justice.
It is half. The rest, no.
The rest are getting people to have trust and accept it. Now, justice, no dispense, no, or dispense man kokwa, no, or dispense man moi.
That's right.
So people must accept it. People must respect it, and for people to do that, they need to have absolute trust and confidence in you. But there are a whole lot of scandals around it. Yes, young fan say a man for abo boss wa kwakodo baby. Papa no wenyanda aje wa urema kwakoto baby. Such a high profile case. Why will you bring such a person with such a terrible track record on that particular bench? So I know the day yes say we see omusuo kwan so a would not say ha obia stop you so we tuka na ukwa ko Alaska me say obia stop you wunyina. Obia kwese
again so we see
umusuo kwan so a wona se obia kanya nsasam kira wunti onto se okwa ko wu na akwa ji wani so no nothing will stop you amanfo omo a survival accident na ya amom nko omo story nkira all start ya okọ bi ka kira ne say opentam akwa ko wu. That is how it is.
That's right.
So Alaska, that's the trajectory we are on as at now, because common sense will tell you that getting that particular man on this particular panel at this time,
raise public
exactly, especially looking at how contentious this particular issue is. And at the end of the day, a pure NDC, he says a constitutional matter. A constitutional matter, and young cocoa na de koye, a NDC MPP na de koye, tying political interest to the issue in question.
That's
so
right.
It's not that just constitutional. A constitutional matter wired in party form.
Exactly.
Because party actors and a deba. So, and say, you have to be very reasonable and exercise that absolute discretion constitution no their no in such a way say you will not be in the bad books of the people. You need to sustain and build confidence because and the open there back any the judiciary.
That's right.
For the past 1 week in here, go to even YouTube alone, go and catalog videos and opinions, expressions, and some of you and you say people are just talking about it too. Supreme Court judges, former Ababonti, and they are all worried about the your friends that this overdrive. Chief Justice Adde your friends say we no call. Now don't call Chief Justice Payne. Alaska, I'm for Abako. There be a come say when you are in a position of power and you think you're going to live there forever, you are sick. Alaska, because it's transient. You know, pass it through. Now Rollins be 19 years and now Shana Wuno. Alaska, Kwame Nkrumah wa hefa. That is how it is. Stalin and as a foreign Russia and as for so Uba, you leave a legacy that will leave an indelible imprint, indelible mark on the minds and the heart of the people. And then I come and come no. But because you have power, this arrogance and impunity. Now, Alaska, I think that there is one thing that is running through common. She'll be to say your friend is saying easy bossy.
Okay.
Very emotional. That kind of toxic kind of person. Chief Justice is the same thing. What can I mean to that kind of attitude, no? And I'm sure, say the to me more beer. First, you need to look at the temperament and the emotional intelligence of the person first. Because men are metiana may yes idea we are. There are certain factors about me consider. That is why I meant dwell on the constitutionality of the issue, whether right. Chief Justice in the default or not. But other things,
and the Bobs were
yeah, other issues around it, you know, Alaska, a major concern because any Alabama public, you know, I think with the your friends with the court and the justice delivery, no, edibu because now no, the Afrobarometer for Europe, survey, sir. There for do send a way as much as over 60% of Ghanaians don't even believe or trust the court. We are Chief Justice, you should be worried. We are president, you should be concerned because this is a house and a deal minor sem. Not a man for any the last time I may catch you say Ghana you prefer so no go parkobo than to go to court. No go po. Than to go to court because that institution, you know, average person any trust woman. So we a Chief Justice, your major preoccupation should be at addressing this major whether misconception or whatever people have about the judiciary, you know. But one the is to deepen this crack, widen the gap of trust, and this misconception, whatever no, highlight no, because near more than a dinner as a forum now no. Yet say almost omudi mrika akosi akose date say ombetie LGBT case. Say omba betie speaker anyway on the way 7th of November or way na se forum. The question they say enti na omunim so omba say until say anema way ACCC. So we should be very much concerned about building trust. And yes sir, maka say kroma yet no, we can lose everything. But the very moment we lose our judiciary, no, we are done. And where we are the verge of losing everything.
We are the verge of
the NDC is being led by a former president of Ghana. Now, or catch us or no need trust. Our call to anti election. No, your corner say Olusu or we knew on court to Alaska. Now, ordinary person, maybe I'm pointing judge. I mean, I mean, trust in the way. We should be very much concerned. And these are institutions of state. You understand? So, near my is critically undermining state institution, its authority, its neutrality, its independence, and even when it comes to the basic exercise of discretion, I'm for friend the common sense, and then as a forum, way left, right to take the absolute balance. You know, we are losing everything. So I know the day, you know, your democracy, you know, the foundation you have.
Ivan, before you wrap up, my bisa question.
All right.
You are who to FM hai. You were the various departments at Ewaha. Ejuma mimi ye Ewaha as a radio presenter wano. I report to somebody, and everybody here is under Obi. In the say, Ejuma na me no say enya say I'm playing to the formula and to the game plan of Nipa no farming na. Me ji this over to me catch say of fire me. But say me wa under somebody na dey na me ya no weche na wo kasa Nipa no so farming so say ne wo ye no me pe. So in this case, you know. Do you get my
yeah, I get you. That's what I'm saying. Absolute power corrupt absolutely. the president thinks to me and
that's right.
Appoint whoever. And the people who come on board no free say, oh, I am not deserving of this position. I am here because of a messy being a ubianya na wapekebe. So all that I'm doing is to please and preserve that relationship I have with the person.
That's right.
So if that means sacrificing or throwing my convictions under the bus, mayor, and that's exactly what is happening because you can't control what I do.
That's right.
If you disagree with me, we part ways, we go our way. Because I'm not a day. We know mom is our position in me, and there is no guarantee says how the mommy mean to be did that. So it's a matter of having personal conviction and principle.
Right.
The last time I make us the only thing they differentiate here from animals. Our ability to strike balance between what is good and what is evil as human beings.
Right.
Once you lose it, you lose everything. And that is the problem. Nipa yet tam 2 million as for the moment. Mahu is circulating Chief Justice Nikunu your friends say narcotic board. I don't want to go there because a civil servant will now rise to that particular issue. But the question is Alaska, one hour impact ben legacy ben will leave at the place. When you know say and the Supreme Court said nothing has happened. BBNC will chrome her crown and the mere fact that President Akuffo-Addo attacking the place in Ankasa a major concern.
Right.
Makacha said over the years we've not gone past 14 and then we are at the verge of getting about 18 to 19 Supreme Court judges within a short period. Now at the end of a panela yam tetefono say tetefono kro bi anka ho na no wonderful akoya ye kana say me he came to the first Supreme Court 2023 so 2023 2022 2024 for nko say am no ka say there is a new batch ya line omo up we omo kwaje approval from parliament whatever way so we cannot consistently subject such a revered institution to public scrutiny and the mortification about we lose everything, and that is the message the president should get. The Chief Justice as a woman should be very much concerned about the legacy she's leaving, not sitting there and pronouncing your friends saying I have 2 minutes. Now 2 minutes, now we are the first person to have 2 minutes. This is a seat. Many more people have sat on it. They are dead and gone. So your turn now will come to an end. But the only what you use that particular thing to do. Now empaneling somebody with partisan ties to come and sit on this particular issue, Ufri say a crack out of common sense. That's up to you.
Right, madam.
Pastor, what me bre akoti sa particular piece of information way. Na asemo ye betime lose bibia e wo krom ha say. But then ye judiciary say ye lose say na oman no almost we start to say uchi Ghana for be 10 ejina honoma only out of 10 no only be a 5 and 6 energy judiciary no edi and say court no di. What you say, until say you bet me lose bibia wo krom say, but then the moment that you be lose the total trust your judiciary mono na say omano aboawie, and of course send you have an no yen hwe say na omano kon dia your judicial system no dia we are the edge say you ba be lose no na say yanjene yi amputi nyama yi na mo kasa e mata anti-member board ambe kasadia when you lose your judicial system no dia na just say yara na of course I have PENDREAM TV. Subscribe to the channel like I said, send a beya de biada no content into man also wanya bi etie na asemo a wotie we no say o adwenkyere bi e wo bibia ho anase wo bibika say na meka no either say ube comment section no now the one sem na gu ho na say ube your voice note no now they are sending 0248407344.
Now so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here to my best of knowledge without any biases. I PENDREAM TV.